How's it going, everybody? Rybrad here today, and we are back with our Honolulu Hammerheads franchise mode, and we are in round number 2 of the playoffs here in the second season as a franchise. So far, so good. We went ahead and beat the Anaheim Ducks. I believe it took us 7 games. After the first 3 went to overtime, we only picked up 1 win out of that. But then Anaheim got the important third win. But we battled back 2-1, 2-1, 2-1. Pretty impressed by us to get the 2-1, 2-1, 2-1. Just saying. And battle back. So show some guts for a young team. Our best players are young. We acquired Rasmus Dahlin before the season started. If you guys want a refresher on the lines, let's go ahead and jump right into that. We got a Ginla Point Besser. I mean, I say young, but like 24 and 25 are 2 of our best players. I know Ginla's only 19. He might be the best player we've got going forward. He's so fast. 93 speed. Man, that's fast for a 6'2" player. One heck of a shot. The second line of Hoffman, Stahl, Kreider. So you can say we got some veterans there. Kraus, Sorelli, Kapanen, again, 23, 23, 24, and then Zach Aston Reese, Chandler Stevenson, and Philip DiGiuseppe. So they're all in their, mid to late 20s. So not a ton of veterans. And then on the back end, that was our big dilemma throughout the entire season. We actually acquired both Montour and Miller from Buffalo midway through the season. We got rid of Shattenkirk. He just was not performing for us, and I think the team plays a little bit better with both Miller and Montour on the back end. I mean, a +5 up there up top, and then, okay, Miller's a -3. I don't know what to say about that, but I really just think that this first pairing, in real life, I love it, and I guess it works in Shell, too. And then in goal, we went ahead and acquired Pecorine, so we will probably need to find ourselves a goalie for next season, because we had Comrie and Grice, and Comrie just was not living up to the standard that I had hoped. He had good potential. Another year left. Maybe he could have jumped to an 85, something like that, throughout the season or by the end of the season. Didn't end up doing that. So we were forced to go and acquire Pecorine at the deadline. Scratch, we have Ryder and Ferk. We acquired Ryder because he was a fourth line forward who could potentially play on our penalty kill. Our penalty kill has been much, much better for the second half of the season. But that's not important. Right now, the important thing is, what is the Arizona Coyotes? What are they going to throw at us here? So the Arizona Coyotes, with Clayton Keller, Schmaltz, and Kessel. So hands down, I think we've got the better first line, simply because Schmaltz is nowhere near the quality you want from a first line center. Now, he must be doing something right, because he's got 5 assists in the first round. So that's pretty good. Then they've got Vitaly Zykov here. Drafted in the 3rd overall pick in 2019. Very good sniper. Listed as a first-line forward. Maybe they want to give him a shot at center. I mean, he's got 80 faceoffs. Why not give him a shot at first-line center, but not my team to run? Derek Stepan and Thomas Vanek. Surprised that he's still up at an 83, even though he's 37. And he's not on a team right now, I don't think. So, interesting. Vinny Hinostroza, Christian Dvorak, and Connor Garland. It's an okay third line. And then the fourth line of Grabner, Hauerlich, and Fisher. It's fine. It's nothing crazy or great, but, it's fine. Then on defense, they've got Oliver Ekman-Larsson, very similar to our Swede. I had to double check that Oliver Ekman-Larsson was Swedish because I accidentally called a Finnish player Swedish, and I don't want to do that again. That's like calling an American a Canadian, and I just don't. You should get these players' nationalities right. Anyway, Jacob Chikrin here with Jarmelson and Demers rounding out the top 4. Goligoski and Brandon Carlo. Not a bad defensive core at all. It's solid. I think we maybe have a slight edge simply because we just don't have an 81. We got some 82s, 84 Gustafsson there instead of where Jarmelson is. And then in goal, they've got Antti Ranta and Mike Smith. So, wow, Mike Smith is old, but Antti Ranta very comparable to Pecorine. Antti Ranta is a good goalie in this game, and he always is. And then Radko Gudas and Derek Pouliot. So nobody scratched for them. That's really going to come in and make that big of an impact. But those are the lines that we will be taking on here in round number 2. And without further ado, let's get it underway. First period of the first game coming up here in Honolulu at the Shark Shack Center. That's so impossible to say. But anyway, first period goes 2-1 in favor of your Honolulu Hammerheads. 15 shots to 10. That signals a bounce-back period for Arizona more often than not. But Iginla and Stahl get the goals. Stahl on the power play, but Keller had tied it up just a few minutes after Iginla scored, and then 10 minutes later, Stahl scores on the power play. But the second period goes our way. Another 15-shot period from us sees Cirelli extend the lead to 3-1. Keller again pulls it back, makes it 3-2, and then Point on the power play, and then Stahl. Again, it's the power play. I like to see the power play doing well. That makes me happy to see us capitalizing on our chances. And then Stahl, that second line. I think our top six is better than their top six. Yes, they've got Kessel and Keller, who I think are better than both Besser and Iginla. But the first line is just so deep. And Iginla then scores another goal. We get another power play. It's 6-2 now. 42 shots to their 20. I'm pretty content. It's good to just sim the rest of this game. Not going to wait the extra 15 seconds. So let's see. A good game from Pecorine, I think. I guess he did okay. My thing just... please don't glitch. No! No! It just glitched. I don't think... It's not my controller because you can hear it. Guys, I'm going to figure out what the heck is going on, and then I'll be right back. Alright, for you guys, that was not that long. For me, that was a very disappointing process, because now that means we have to redo game number 1, and if we lose, I'm going to be upset. First period, nobody scores in the first period. Of course they don't. Nobody scores in the second period, because of course they don't. After having a 6-2 victory in the first time in the sim, now Arizona absolutely goes off and has a much better game. But Schultz gets us the 1-0 lead. Wow, very late into the game. Hoffman then scores. We scored 2 goals in the first 10 minutes, but Christian Dvorak halves the lead and keeps Arizona in this one. Arizona with a ton of shots on Rinne. Rinne standing strong. Can he do it for just one more minute, please? And he can. So we rightfully get the win, not the points. I'm not going to check the shots. I'm refusing. I'm just going to get out of there so it saves. Let's go ahead and simulate up. Wow, I am super upset because we had a 6-2 victory there and a really, really good one. We still got the victory in the end. Siri, shut up. But we, took us a little bit more than I would have liked. But Brock Besser scores right away in game number 2. And it's 1-1 at the... Thomas Vanek scores for the Arizona Coyotes. Second period, 2-2. Don't know how this game would have played out, but Thomas Vanek is single-handedly keeping Arizona in this one. 5 minutes gone here in this first period. Shots seem to be in our favor, and a goal does as well as we get the lead back 3-2 in this game. Shots are still in our favor, like I keep saying. With 5 minutes to go, we give Arizona a power play, able to kill it off. Penalty kill has been much better. With just a minute to go, we are going to take both games on home ice, yet both games are a lot closer than what I would have liked. Because the first one was 6-2, but you know what? We're just going to ignore that for now and just move on, okay? We're just going to move on. So we now travel over to the desert. I would usually say out west. No, it's east for us, which is weird. It's such a weird thought. Anyway... Let's go. First period in Arizona. Can we get off to a good start? They get off to a very good start with a power play goal, and then just a minute, not even a minute later, like 40 seconds later, Dvorak scores and makes it 2. In the second period, though, they get a 3-0 lead, and that's just before our top players start coming out hot. Joel Iginla, Eric Stahl. Oh my God, I keep saying Iginla. I just got to call him Iginla. I keep thinking it's Jerome, it's Joel. And then Rasmus Dahlin. And then here we go. Third period. Big third period. We tied it up. Shots are in Arizona's favor, and so are the goals now. Every time I say that, it seems to go one way in the third period. 4-3 to Arizona right now. Halfway through the period, though. Still looking like it's in favor of them in shots, and even more. I literally just said that, and I went to go say it again. And I just let Arizona... Oh, I didn't let them score, but they scored. But Chris Kreider gives us a far-distant shout. It's not going to be enough, and it's a 5-4 loss here in Arizona. All right, so pretty close games. Every game has been a one-goal game, but, I don't like giving up 5 goals there. But hopefully that was just one... just all their offense finally clicked. Hopefully it'll settle back down here in game number 4. First period, nobody scores. However, shots are very heavily in our favor, which is good to see yet again. Second period, we get the goal right after I say that, as Hayden Fleury on our bottom pairing of defensemen gets us the 1-0 lead, and we still have a good advantage in shots now. And Eric Stahl gets us that insurance marker that we really needed less than just about not even 3 minutes into the period. But Phil Kessel scores right on the doorstep. We get a power play, but can't regain our 2-goal lead. And now, with just 6.5 minutes to go, it's 2-1. 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 2:45, 1.5, 45. And Derek Stepan is going to score, and that really, really hurts. That makes me very upset. With 30 seconds left, Arizona ties it, and with a chance here in overtime to tie the series. Shots, however, are in our favor this overtime period, and now we get a power play as a result. Can we capitalize? Oh my God, it's a long power play, and we cannot capitalize. We get another one. Come on, boys. There it is. Kasperi Kapanen, not even on the power play, gets us the overtime win, 3-2 now. And we are 1 win away from the Western Conference Finals. Mike Hoffman stepping up. Like to see that. Let's go ahead, get back on home ice, and see if the home crowd can propel us to the furthest this franchise has ever traveled. Not going to say anything, though. We know what happened last season when we were right around this position, so we're not going to say anything. First period, though, home crowd gets us started early. 13:40 and 12 minutes to go in the period. Both Besser and Kreider score, get this place rocking. Shots in favor of Honolulu by 9. Second period comes with an absolute onslaught of goals from both teams. We score 4, Arizona, what the heck? First period, 2 goals were scored in our favor. Then both teams scored 4 goals in the second period. Imagine being there, watching 2 teams combine for 8 goals in a single 20-minute period. So, less than a minute into the period, Demers scores. Exactly 1 minute later, Besser scores. Then, 40 seconds after that, Dahlin gets a power play goal. Then, another 14 seconds goes by, and we get ourselves, a 5-1 lead? Is that? Then, just 4 minutes after that, they get a shorthanded goal, but we answer very quickly on the power play just 2 minutes later. Then, the longest chunk of time goes by, where 5 minutes passes, Christian Dvorak scores, and then another 4 minutes goes by and Kessel scores. So what a start to the period. You've got, 4 goals in the first 3 minutes? And in the first half of the period, you've got 6 goals. All right, this is shaping up to be a very interesting third period. We get another power play. The power play has been on the ice a ton. I want to see how many penalties Arizona has taken. And it looks like the shots are very heavily in our favor as we get another power play. Still the 6-4, though. Still tight. Don't want to say anything, but 5 minutes to go, 4 minutes. Come on, Rene, shut the door. I know you haven't had a great game. 1 minute to go. And there will be no late dramatic equalizer from Arizona. All periods. Let's go to penalties. Second period. They only took a minor, a double minor, and a minor. Okay. So they took 3, and then they took a double minor, and then a minor. So they did take quite a few penalties in this one, but it doesn't matter because your Honolulu Hammerheads are headed to the Western Conference Finals. A chance, maybe against the Kings, maybe against the Stars, to punch our ticket to the Stanley Cup Finals. Boston and the Rangers. Wow, what the heck? What is this, a throwback? Is this 2013? What the heck? I'd just be surprised if we were playing, if it was Chicago that we just beat. Who is going to advance? And it looks like it's going to be a Game 7 out there. LA and Dallas. Dallas equalizes the series, a 4-3 win for Dallas. End of round number 2. Will it be Dallas? Will it be the Kings? It will be the Los Angeles Kings. And we are yet again the home team. Boston versus New York. That's a really quick rebuild for those teams. That's surprisingly quick. Not Boston. Boston doesn't rebuild, but New York. I guess they did something right. I'm looking forward to seeing that. You know what? We're going to go check out their teams. We're going to go check out the Rangers. I'm pretty sure we know what Boston is, but we'll check them both out just because I'm sure you guys are going to want to see. I'm going to save our preview for the LA Kings for the next one. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see that. But looking at Boston, they still have their first line. Bergeron not quite up to par with both Pasternak and Marchand, but dang, still a great first line. Corey Perry, David Krejci, and Jake DeBrusk. Okay. Bjork Heinen. That is a deep team. McGinn. Then they've got Brett Ritchie, Sean Corelli, and Brandon Gaunce. On defense, they got Krug and McAvoy. That's really good. They got Josh Manson and Zdeno Chara still kicking it at 44. And then John Moore and Uro Vakanainen. That's a good defensive core. That is very solid. And then in goal, they've got Tuukka Rask. You have to have a pretty solid team if you're going to make it this far. David Backes is scratched. How many more years he's got? Oh, he's on an expiring contract, so there you aren't too upset by that. So let's go ahead, go down to the New York Rangers and preview the Eastern Conference Finals. Not going to look at defense first. We're going to look at forwards first. So Artemi Panarin, still doing well. Miku Koivu and Capo Caco. Maybe the trade for Koivu really... Yeah, this team is not nearly as good as Boston. Boston should be the team that makes it out of the East. But you never know. Hockey's a weird sport. If I was just looking at the lines of Columbus versus Tampa Bay last year, probably would not have guessed 4-0 sweep for Columbus. If you did, you're a liar because none of us predicted that. Or a Columbus fan. Just saying. Buchnevich, Zibanejad, and Cheitel. Lemieux, Howden, Foxa, Sheehan, Anderson, Nieves. I mean, it's not a bad team. It's just, I don't think it's Eastern Conference Finals team. Anyway, defensively, they got Shea, Trouba, Tony DeAngelo, and Merrill. I tested this guy out once. Montreal Canadiens franchise mode. You guys might remember it. Traded Shea Weber for him. Yeah, I don't think he made the team. He didn't make the team after like halfway through the season. And then Mark Stahl and Cody Ceci. Like, this team is not. I mean, they still have Lundqvist. He's destroying. They've lost one game in the playoffs. Are you kidding me? Look at that. Henrik Lundqvist at 39 is on a mission. Okay, you know what? I think they might have a chance. What? Nobody on their team is putting up any points. Except, Radek Faksa on their third line is over a point per game. He's got 10 points. Nobody else on the team is even close. If it wasn't for Lundqvist, they would have not made it out of the first round. Jesus. And who's carrying Boston right now? Marchand? Oh my God. 17 points in 11 games. 18 points. 18 points from, okay. But 11 goals in 11 games from Patrice Bergeron? Okay, we figured it out. I don't really have to scroll too much further. Dang, the Eastern... So you got a high-scoring Boston Bruins against a low-scoring, but defensively solid New York Rangers. That should be interesting. I will preview the Honolulu Hammerheads versus the Los Angeles Kings in the next one, guys. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see some more, and I will see you guys in the next one.